Okay. Hello, I'm back. After the malicious hacking by Lilybite. Pretty weird. The stream actually seemed like it was recording all the way up to then, but then it didn't do the remux. That's why you got to record to. Although they've changed this, you know, it used to be the wisdom was like, no, you have to record to FLV because if your stream crashes, it'll still be good. Whereas if you're recording to MP4 and your stream crashes, your like files toast. But now I think they changed that recently in OBS where there's a new you know, new thing, a new default. But I think it's MKV. It's not MP4, M4, whatever. Hi, it's me again. Look at these nice trees. So, okay, before we got hacked by Lily, we were... Should I just try to run it again? I'm not gonna do it. What were we doing? We made this randomize button. So yeah, we were working on separating UI logic from sequencer logic, just to give us a way to have commands come in from nowhere and then map those commands. And so there would be like this, some kind of command mapper, and it would take a string name, essentially like a const name, and a value, and then based on some big switch statement or something, it would know to call whatever. So like in this case, instead of all of this nonsense, we would have some way of marking up these inputs, which we already have a max and min. So we would already know the first part. We would just need some way to say like the range to map them to on the other side. Or maybe that gets hard to do for stuff like this though, actually. Well, yeah, I'll try it again. Give me the link again. I'll try it. I'll try it right now. I'm not afraid. I'll crash this screen. I'll crash this stream all day. Freshly restarted computer. What could go wrong? Nothing. But I did lose the link, so I need it once again. If you wouldn't mind. I don't have history turned on in this browser, just in case. I did have it turned on in this browser, though. No. Lux played it. Oh my gosh, then I have to play it. She's too famous now. I can't be outshone by her Twitch stardom. She deserves it. She does good stuff. All right, I'm trying it. We're gonna try it again. Nope, it's too late. We're doing it. I should probably have closed this. Oh, yeah. Play, for sure. How do I play? I'm dead already. Okay, click. Cool. I want the star. Oh, I'm dead. Who did your voice acting? Who did the music? I love the music. Oh my gosh. I'm not doing very well. Oh, I can hold and drag. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it to 100. Don't shoot me. I know you're thinking about it. Oh! Voice acting really captures the captures the experience. The stars are adorable. I like their little blinking eyes. Don't do it. Did I just hear a cat in the background? Lily, I'm not very good at your game. Oh, the stars have little voices? Adorable. I backed right into it. I'm bad at your game. I just want to get to 100. I just want 100 points. I wish like the... Okay, well, whatever. I wish the ship would like have like a little power up so you would know it's about to shoot. But again, I'm just going to say I'm bad at this. Normally I feel like you wouldn't want your spaceship to crash into stars. Seems like a thing you wouldn't want to happen. Oh, I got a force field. Okay, I got 100. Now it doesn't matter anymore. Everything's good. I can die right this... Ugh, I had a force field and I still died. Okay, I did it. Thank you for sharing your game. I'm now the world champion. I don't care what anybody else's score is. Undefeated world champion of Rocky Ship. Whew, you got my heart rate up a little. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, wait, color cut. Okay, I gotta play color cut. Let's try it. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh, cool. Okay, I'm doing a bad job. I'm doing a terrifically bad job. I see what I'm supposed to be doing, and I can't make myself do it. Is clicking and dragging not the way to go here? I've like almost gotten none. I've gotten 2 points. Just drag left and right. Okay, not up and down. Okay, got it. I'm bad at your games. But what like extends in or out? Okay, up and down is in and out. Got it. Got it. What's this thing do? Is that just for show? Okay, I want to get a score of 10. Oh, shoot. The up down's really messing with me. I'm gonna lose my mind. How can I be so bad at this? Especially when I just see what I'm supposed to do. It's like my body's not under my control. What if I just cheat and just don't ever extend? What do I only do pink? If I'm just gonna say like I'm only... Okay, I like this game. I am again terrible at this game. Shockingly bad. I'm done with blue, done with green, only want pink. Okay, 2 more pinks, and we're done. This game's got potential. I'm pretty into this. Okay, I'm the world champion. It's done. Color cut. Done. No, I've already mastered it. No. Hard to master. No, definitely master world champion. I don't want to know about anybody who has a higher score than 10. It's stressing me out. These games. Okay. 115. That one feels like I can definitely see how that one would feel good on mobile, where you could just use your thumb. For some reason, I was having a hard time getting it to happen with the old mouse. Yeah, definitely blame the PC sensitivity. It's definitely not me. That is a weird thing though when like prototyping little games like that, how in the process of testing it you become an expert at it, and then it's hard, then you like let somebody else play it and realize it's impossible. I've had that with some things that I've done before, where it's like you are an expert in it just because you made it and tested it along the way. At least that's been the case for me. I don't know. For as fussy as I am about most of my hardware, I'm not a fussy mouse person. Maybe I should be. I just have a simple little wireless Logitech mouse. It's not even fancy, no gamerness to it, just like a little thing. I like a nice keyboard. Definitely like a good keyboard, good everything, but mouse, I've never even touched my mouse sensitivity settings. You know what pushed me into getting a nice keyboard, which had previously not really been a concern for me? Like for years, I really just used my laptop because I was so nomadic and I always worked on my laptop and it was fine. And then I got my 2016 MacBook Pro and I hate that keyboard so much and so bad that it made me want to go 100% in the other direction and get a nice keyboard so I can actually feel like I can type quickly. Okay, what's the right next step for this? We could work on that command mapper thing. We could start playing with Puppeteer to have a way to have Arduino controls come in. We have two options for hardware controls coming into this. Either it's a Node.js script that's just totally separate that is going to receive Arduino and then it'll have a WebSocket and the front end will connect to that WebSocket. That is certainly an option. Alternatively, we use Node with Puppeteer to manage everything, manage the browser, manage everything, and talk to it through that interface. I need to start like a to-do, probably. So we need like a Node backend. How do you spell Puppeteer? How do you spell Puppeteer? Just like that. And then UI is going to need some things. And controls. These being separate things, but controls are going to be methods that just like allow you to change stuff on the sequencer. And that will come from the UI, or it will come from keyboard shortcuts, it will come from whatever. An experience, I love experiences. Show me your experience. Yeah, Puppeteer is just a thing. I think Google made it. It's really made for, or at least my impression is that it was originally made for like automated web testing. So you could like do automated testing and then get screenshots to make sure something was working the way that you wanted. But yeah, like automation and stuff like that. But I want to use it for fanciness, for weird experiences where I can control a browser from more complicated hardware. And what I really would like is if this thing, it feels a little silly, but I think I'm going to do it. If I choose to have all of this, here's what, okay. I think I want to use Tone.js for this thing. Tone.js relies on the Web Audio API. Still, for some reason, there's not a Web Audio API standalone implementation for Node.js that is robust, as far as I can tell. So in other words, I can't, like what I would love to do is just use Tone.js inside of Node.js and not even worry about a UI, but I can't seem to do that. So next best thing is to just use Node.js in the browser, and then it will talk to a second backend, and those are separate things. With Puppeteer, I could have a way to have even basically just use Chrome as my audio engine and have all the front-end audio code run there, and then all headless, and then Puppeteer would control that thing. I don't know if that's a great idea, but that could be cool, because then I don't need all the overhead of a like real X11 X windowing system session, you know? Oh man. Ludum Dare. I always want to call it Lumen Dare. I don't know why. Okay, wait. I want this experience. Lily, you are so prolific. Did you make this character? I like this walk cycle. Is this gonna scare me? I remember nothing ever since the accident. I've often said that to myself when I find myself in a situation where I can't remember something. I try to just take a moment, use the directional keys. I don't feel ready to leave yet. Oh, holy crap. Is this a table? A bedtime snack. My bedtime snack at my grandma's house was orange sherbet and vanilla ice cream from Brahms. Perfect. That's exactly where that was. I remember it like it was yesterday when I put the Play-Doh there. Oh. Why would you call that ugly? I think it looks nice. Between the two windows. I'm doing great here. I like this a lot. I like the idea of reconstructing an environment from memories. I like this sewing machine. Nana's house is a little crowded. I am going to say that. So she stared out the window. Wait. I don't feel like I'm doing this right. I really like this walk cycle. It's kind of like a little dance. Well, this is great. Super into it. I'm going to say this goes here in the place that it fits. I'm waiting for the ghost of Nana to come out and destroy me. Oops. Oh, am I cropping off thoughts? Wait. What a weirdo. He ate the bread from the inside out. Maybe I'm the monster. I wonder if Nana knew what happened. Well, I would hope she would. If one day there was just a loaf of bread with the middle gone, like, and your grandchild is in the house. Keep watching the windows, waiting to see a silhouette of Nana. I'll just stand here by the bar. This character is making me think of like some old Sierra or Lucas Arts games. Specifically, for whatever reason, the Indiana Jones and Last Crusade Lucas Arts game. Are there more items? Did I run out of items? And this was the sword Nana used to kill the invaders. Oh, my head is cropping part of Nana's house. There we go. Oh, was this between these two windows? Is that the deal? Did I win? Am I the winner now? Oh, I need a hint. Wait, now can I walk out the door? Oh yeah, I'll try that. Why is it so bright out here? Am I dead? Is the ghost me? A little typo. On whose? I knew it. I'm spooked out. 86%? What are you talking about? Wait a minute, what did I miss? I remembered everything about her, but I only got 86%? Got a B+? What are you talking? No way! What object did I misplace? I perfectly placed every object. Ghost of Nana doesn't know what she's talking about. Excellent programming by Lullaby. Beautiful artwork by Janosh. Great audio by Yagich. The rug and sewing machine were not close enough. Ah, oh, come on. Lovely writing by Emma, except for that one typo. Nice work. I like that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, puppeteer. So yeah, we could puppeteer this. I don't know quite what I want to focus on at the moment. I kind of want to do this for no real reason, except that I just want to. How can I... Is this a thing that you can do? I feel like I used to know how to do this. Like, how can I make... Yeah, I don't want to use JavaScript. I just want to say... Oh, thank you. But one of the problems is my when you switch languages a lot. Weird. Padding top 100%. This doesn't seem right. This seems like a total hack. So much of CSS just feels like fake. I don't even do what I wanted anyway. I know how to do what I want to do. It'd just be a little annoying. I don't really want to. I don't want to do it. Commodore 64. It's a good look. Really, I want these to be circles, but then I would need to like fix sizes for them and on and on and on and on and on. Still not happy about this either. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, well, probably I have to. That was for a TwitchCon North America thing. I don't know if you saw that, but so Twitch commissioned me to do a thing with Heat that they used for TwitchCon, and to get the extension approved, it's kind of lame, but when you want a Twitch extension approved, you just have to run a stream all day. And so actually I saw you stop by during that, but I was like not even at home. You just have to leave a stream running until Twitch comes by to approve something. But it went pretty well. It was definitely stressful because there were like 15,000 people. They almost nailed that. They said that 15,000 people would watch, and it was pretty close to 15,000. But I didn't know how many of those people would actually use it, and Heat had only been tested with like 8 people. So it was kind of stressful, but it all went well. It was cool. That whole segment was really cool. The Heat part, I feel like could have gone a little better. It definitely functioned the way it was supposed to, but musically, I feel like it could have gone a little better. But it was definitely super cool, and it was definitely super cool of Twitch to like be willing to facilitate something weird like that. Okay, so I'm not going to get too hung up on the look of this thing because realistically, there may no... I'm a little torn on this because on the one hand, I do kind of need to show a representation of what this thing is going to look like. But on the other hand, it may not even... We may not have a screen at all. It may all be hardware, which that actually is a sucky part of this. Now that I think about that. Because the hardware part can't just be unidirectional. So, okay, here's the problem. The way I've been thinking of this, at least with this approach, is that we have the logic of this thing is in a web browser. Like the musical rendering of this thing is in a web browser. Great. Input from like switches and knobs and dials, custom real hardware, would come in probably over an Arduino. Great. That can go, there's lots of ways we could do that. Easiest way is that they come in as key presses and they just go right into the browser and it's easy peasy. Or they go via serial into whatever node or Python or whatever, and then they get those to the browser, no big deal. But a thing that is a challenge is this like step backwards kind of thing gets a little tricky because the like actual clock of our logic, the actual audio clock is in the browser. So then that thing would need to send back upstream to the software, which would then need to send out to the physical hardware. If this like illuminating these things are going to be like physical LEDs that light. So now that I say that out loud, I feel pretty confident that at least for the first prototype, we do want a screen. Because otherwise, like, getting all this data back out. So yeah, okay, here's what I think I'm going to say for this first prototype. The first prototype is a screen up here, but all the input comes from somewhere cool. So saying that means that this actually does need to look nice, which is okay. That's a solvable problem. Maybe we use Pixie or something like that. Maybe we don't. Which actually makes me think I need another piece to this puzzle where there's like the UI as far as like, there's the UI as far as the real rendering of the grid, which is all this stuff, like the actual display, and totally separate from that is like this UI control stuff, which actually should probably be independent of whatever the real UI is. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that problem for a minute. Lily, I'm very impressed by all the work you're doing. Good job making stuff. Do you know I can run an ad now? What are they? That's a new thing that I can just run an ad. I like little things too. I like projects like that where it's like make a thing every day. It's been a while since I've done it, but those little projects of like just make small things, don't necessarily worry about what they're going to add up to. I would like to get back to that actually. It's been a while and I've been working on these huge projects this year that are definitely bigger than I prefer in some ways. Okay, so just thinking about the minimum set of controls we need on this thing. We need the option to toggle between two whether it's major or minor. We're probably going to want that generalized control mechanism pretty soon because otherwise it's going to get pretty silly. Major button, minor button, it won't be too hard. We'll just like decorate this stuff up with data fields. But for now, we will continue to be overly explicit. But I'm going to lose tolerance for this very quickly. I guess we'll do it something like this, where we just have some indices of like, scale's not quite the word, but we'll go with it for now. So the way we use that is here. I don't know why I typed the same thing I was just looking at. Set scale. And then we'll do something like this, maybe? Just an array of arrays. Is this how we do this? I'm gonna keep hitting buttons till I get the right. Nope, almost. Almost. All right, so we have a major, and we have a minor. And so then what we need to do here is and then something like and then we may do something to jump around in octaves. I feel like that could be cool. Messed it up. New declaration randomize button. Don't do that. Inattentive. This dot scale index is undefined. Is that true? Yeah, where did I put that? Probably not where it goes. Doesn't go here. That's a UI thing. So the whole aim of this whole project is for kiddos in particular to like experience, like explore emotion through music, really. And so like simple example of that in sort of like music and emotion, the realm of kind of what you would call that. Yeah, like this realm, this branch of music psychology, music and emotion is real easy one is like this. I mean, this is major tonality is happiness, minor tonality is sadness, like the mode. Loudness for anger, tempo for excitement or anger, slow, sadness, serenity. Yeah, complementing harmonies, clashing like dissonance, rhythm, consistent, irregular, uneasiness. So these are kind of the things I want to experiment with for this thing. Click all the things. Yeah, click everything. Just click it all over the place. I should make this heat capable. I mean, the other sequencer already knows how to be heat. This one doesn't, though. Right now, you can only give me kisses. Is it working? The kiss is broken? Wait, come back, kisses. There's the kisses. Okay, so yeah, you know, now that I think about it, there really is going to be a problem of bidirectional state, sort of like, and how much I care to manage that. So like if this totally separate hardware controlled world is in charge of saying whether you're major or minor, for example, is it also responsible for getting info back from the sequencer, or do we try to make this unidirectional? I think to start with we make it unidirectional. Lily Bite, you get some sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you for sharing the things you made. They all look great. We got to get you set up with heat one of these days, so you need to like make a Godot thing that talks to heat so people can click on your stream one of these days. Probably add a stop button. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Okay, so oh, thank you for the host. We've got major, we've got minor. Just trying to make notes here. A good thing, one of my favorite things to do is to do something and then add it to the to-do list, and then it's done. It's like preemptive done. Good night. Wait, what do you mean good night? You've been up all night? It's 11 a.m. It's outrageous. So we have the tempo control, we have the volume control. Some of these things will be analog controls. We probably want a way to change voices. We also have things that could come on totally separately, like a drums or a click track or something that is just like activated kind of independently of the sweep sequencer and is just toggled on and off. I kind of want to little torn on this. So like as far as what to show the people I'm working with, definitely the front end stuff is a priority, but I kind of want to move into a little bit of back end stuff just to kind of verify some ideas. I'm going to take a very short break and I'll be right back while I think about it. mean this leave the sequencer running, but I did. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I kind of want to just try like a weird backend thing. So let's think about how we want to do this. Let's say that we did something like this. Where did I put this? Okay, if we did something like the following. I know I've got to switch inputs to here. Yeah, so we did, all I did was this. And now we need to do something like this. That's weird that it would put me here. Why would it put me here and not like where I am? Sure. I was afraid it's gonna add a stupid extension. Okay, let's just try it. What if I do this? Does it add a stupid extension? Okay, it didn't. Okay, so let's do something like this. Just not taking input. Cool. Super cool. A minute. This friend. Yes. Did I spell it? Oh no, I just asked that a minute ago. We're gonna see this. How this even works, because it's pretty weird. Because it's gonna have its own copy of Chromium that sits inside. I guess that's all cool. Like, interested to start with just to see what this even, like, what the deal even is. What if I don't want to close the browser? Oh, it just awaits? No, this is like calling browser close, right? And then does this mean it just goes to it and then exits? I kind of want to know how to just hang out. These always start with browser close. Oh, this means we're waiting for something? Maybe? Okay, so I just want like a real simple. Something real simple like this. What? Oh, did I put this in the wrong place? Sure did. So like we took a screenshot and then we exited. Amazing. Okay, so what we want to do is like go here. And we don't really want to close. We just want to hang out. And I don't really know what that means, like in this. Like that's what I was hoping for in an example. It's just the idea of like, can we just hang out here for a while? Like awaiting the go-to is one thing, but I want to await like all day. Maybe that's not really what you're... Like, I want to just sort of... Maybe the thing I want is crazy. Well, what happens if we just do this? What are you so mad about? Connection refused. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. We weren't running a server. So like, how could I know if this is working? I need a way to have like Chrome not require input. Like, how can I know that I'm like doing something? Well, okay, one idea is headless false, right? So we can just see it. Isn't there a way to say that? This thing. So when Puppeteer launch, we'll do this. And does this mean we'll actually see the browser come up? Look at that. This weird old version of Chrome over here. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Cool. What is cute little Chrome? this is like not really exactly what I want. Okay. So how can I like I would hopefully there would be a thing of like a lot of flags. Oh, excuse me. You can also decide to make sure playback is never allowed by disabling applying audio. 3 internal switches. Args. Okay, so in launch, inside this dude, I can have args. And those args can be this one big old giant thing, I guess. That really counts as one arg. Seems a little weird that I could do that, but that seemingly didn't work. Audio context is not allowed to start. Must be user gesture is allowed. Make sure it's never allowed, but I think that's not what I want. I think I want it to be this thing I was just looking at. No user gesture required. Don't I want that? So is that what I want? Feels not like what I want. Okay, autoplay policy, no user gesture. I'm just gonna keep putting things in, I guess, until one of them works. I'm not even sure if I really want to do this way, but okay, that worked, which is cool. So like, would this work headless now and actually still play audio? Because that would be cool. That would be like the whole, that would be like the whole deal. I don't hear any audio. Well, seemed like a cool thing that could work. Is there no way to say to only search descriptions? Maybe. Headless mode should be able to play audio. Sure. Ignore default args, mute audio. Wow, cool. That's pretty cool. So we now have this headless version of Chrome. I don't know if this is a good idea. Is this a terrible idea? Like using Chrome essentially as our like engine. I kind of like it just because Chrome runs in a lot of places and it's easy and so on and on and on. Especially if this just ran on a Pi and just worked, that would be pretty cool. I'm so tempted to push this run an ad button just because I just want to push it. I'm going to push it. Okay, I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to push it. I'm going to push this button because just I need to see what happens. I'm doing it. Here we go. I guess if you're watching this on YouTube, then it doesn't matter. I'll just pretend to be a commercial. It's just, there's a spinner spinning. 1 minute remaining, 59 seconds remaining. So it hasn't caught up on this. What this? I hope this ad isn't like something that's offensive to me. Like it's gonna be some horribly upsetting thing. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe I don't see the ad, even though I'm watching in the. Yeah, it looks like I don't see it. Okay, well, so I don't even know what it is. I hope it's not. Oof. What was I searching for? I was watching like something that seemed very innocuous on YouTube, like gosh, it was like making some kind of simple fabrication thing or whatever, just like some category of videos. I don't remember what it was, like making wooden bowls or something, whatever it was. And for whatever reason, in that corner of YouTube, I was getting hyper intense, like right-wing, borderline alt-right ads. It was kind of crazy. I don't know what it was about that particular little corner of YouTube I was in, but it was getting pretty. It wasn't even that. I wish I could remember exactly what it was, because it was something so tame. It was something so like. Something very tame that did not seem like it should be politicized like that. Okay, so this is pretty cool. The thing that is missing here. The thing that is missing here is an easy way to talk to this web browser. And so we have two options for that, I guess. One is to spin up a socket server so that or like an Express server with WebSockets, so that not only do we launch this Chrome nonsense, but Chrome then will connect to Chrome will connect to the node script that launched it, essentially, would be the idea. So how would we do that in Puppeteer? I don't actually know. Like if I just want to talk to the page. Kind of like this too, because like if the browser crashes or whatever, that could be handy. But how do we just straight up talk? So we can like click. Does it end up just being like an eval kind of thing? Yeah. It's important to generate trusted events. All input events generated with Puppeteer are trusted and fire. This is pretty interesting. Once I have my page, and once I've gone to my page, I can like talk through it. So this seems like a way to potentially do the thing, but I think I don't want to go this route, because then we're like entirely tied to this when we may decide like, oh man, Puppeteer is just not the way to go. We don't need it. It's not really doing anything for us. And it lets us, we could kind of choose whether or not to use Puppeteer just in terms of like, hey, let's launch this thing. Versus, hey, let's just start a, Chrome starts however it starts, whether it's Puppeteer or not. Chrome's going to be running separately. This thing is a Express WebSocket server. So let's do that. Let's install Express and let's install WebSockets. You know what? Maybe we just do Socket.io though. kind of just want to do socket IO because then we don't have to mess with any of this stuff like automatically reconnecting, disconnecting, like socket IO. It's tough because on the one hand you want to say like socket IO adds a bunch of like overhead that we don't need, but I think I'm going to do it. Just because then we don't have to worry about like the pings and maintaining the connection and all that. Like socket IO does that for us. So then we need a good old-fashioned Express and socket IO example. This kind of business. So we'll kind of separate. Okay, so well, we want you to listen on 8080, probably. This gets a little weird, but let's just ignore the weirdness for a moment. And then we also want, not this, we just want like public. This thing, right? And then we can go kill this friend. And then this friend, yeah, we probably need to actually like use Express and all that stuff we're supposed to do. Wait, I did. What's wrong? Oh, yeah, well, sure. So how do we want to do this then? So we have Express and then app is separate. How do you want to do it? They want to do this. The Express generator. I don't want that. I just want something dead simple. Yeah, we need like, and then let app equal this way to do it. And then down here we have that stuff. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool because then I think we ended up serving the thing we just connected to, right? Like, did that actually work? Kind of seems like it did. Yeah, we need to get like node daemon. How do you do that? Do we have it? Do I need it globally? I feel like we didn't do it globally for heat. Don't look at those. I can't remember. Isn't here? Dev dependency. That's like npm. I don't know why this terminal just dies sometimes. Save dev. Something like that. And then we need, yeah, like npm run dev kind of thing. Actually, let's just take both of these. So now we can do npm run dev, and then we can mess with stuff. So that's great. And then if we did headless false and saved, it'll relaunch and we'll get our own cool little weird automation thing. Chrome is being controlled by automation test software. Kind of wish it didn't show that. Exclude switches. I just don't want to see that. Disable info bars works again. What a You're pretty annoying. So can I do this? I just don't want to deal with that stupid thing. No, no, what? I got a dumb Windows Defender firewall. Pop up, but otherwise, okay. It seems like it launched the thing, and it seems like I connected. Okay, I haven't actually connected on the client side yet, because we got to do that. So this is cool. We got our cute little weird automation version of Chromium. Neato. And now we got to do this business. So let's just cram this in for the moment until we decide exactly how we want to handle it. But this is not going to trigger a redeployment, which doesn't really need to, because it's just in the browser. Okay, and then now we try this. So we did get some data. Okay, so we are speaking back and forth. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Sakurai.io does all the reconnect stuff automatically. Oops. Excuse me. I thought it already... I'm pretty sure it's automatic. Okay, so get all this out of here. So the thing we want to be able to do now is get data into this friend and then spit it out on the socket, and then everything will be cool. So like we should already be getting a hello world when we connect, right? Yeah. So we get our hello world, we send it back. That's all cool. So this is the way that we would potentially have Node talk to an Arduino, or the Raspberry Pi GPIO. Is that a thing? Let's see. I'm tempted not to do this, and I'll tell you why. Even though, like, there's the part of me that's like, oh, this is way more efficient to do. You don't need a Node. You don't need a you don't need an Arduino. You just say Raspberry Pi. Just talk directly to the thing, and it's awesome. You just talk over these ports, and it's great. But here's the reason I don't want to do that. One is it means I have to develop and debug that on the Raspberry Pi itself, which I don't really want to do. It means like if something breaks down, it's a little harder to know because suddenly like my hardware and software sides of the world are just are intertwined in a way where it's suddenly like, oh, I don't know what's broken. Versus if I just say I'm going to do it with an Arduino, it's only like $25 more, like cost-wise, but it means that sort of like my hardware interface, that whole world is then abstracted away from sort of the software front-end side of things. And it makes it way easier because then I can just plug that into this machine, do whatever I need to do on this machine, and it's all great. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's all right. You need to excuse me for just a moment. I'll be right back. I should just run ads when I do that, I guess. So I can make a couple pennies. Riches? Penny riches? I forgot to start Discord. Is anything happening? I'm guessing not. Sunday morning? It's almost Sunday afternoon. Okay, what was I doing? I was justifying why... Oh yeah, it was like this idea of... There's something I've done this before. I've definitely done it where it's like I prototype something separately where there's the software side and the hardware sides in Arduino, and then eventually fully package it down into a Raspberry Pi communicating over GPIO. But that means there's like a whole separate development process then. It's like, oh, I go through the whole process to make it work over serial with Arduino, and then I've got to sort of rebuild that to run on device. And you just don't gain very much from that. I feel like if I was making a ton of things, then it might matter. But in a case where it's just like, oh yeah, you pay an extra $20. In fact, probably pay less. Like it depends on which Arduino I used. Which in this case, I probably need quite a few inputs. What's going on in the world of Arduino these days? What's the friend with the most inputs? Sometimes it's hard to tell what's like the current jam with an Arduino, you know? Got all these fancy new guys. Uno's, of course, the classic. So I'm a fan of the Due. It does some cool stuff. It's very similar to a Mega, though. This is like the go-to, of course, but this project might have enough inputs and outputs that actually it's worth doing this, just so we get all of these extra inputs and outputs. And I'm not sure if a Mega can do the same keyboard emulation that the Dua can. I think Dua is how you say it. Like Leonardo can pretend to be a keyboard in a way that an Uno can't. Can't remember if a Mega can. Look at all these. Outrageous. A box. $1,600. Cool. I don't even know what some of these are. What even is this? Yeah, like Arduino keyword. So this is Leonardo Esplora 0, Dua, and Merkur family. So is the Maker family even still a thing? A free Maker Wi-Fi with every monthly subscription to the Arduino Create Maker plan. I don't know what that means. Choose my plan. $0 a month. Sure. Wait, what? I said I got a free thing, right? Wait, what do you get? Oh, I don't want this. Okay, never mind. Okay, anyway. Those were these... I don't even know what those mean, really. Now these other MKR. So these friends can do it, but there's not enough input. Is the 0 still a thing we do? Am I just not seeing this? Nano, 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 uno, mega, dua. I think that the Mega does not. do it. So I'd want to do a Dua. But so that's an extra $40, but at the like scale and complexity of this project, that's reasonable, I would say. And then yeah, your whole hardware land is doing its whole hardware thing, and then it's communicating with the thing that's doing the software. That feels pretty good. 54 digital, 12 analog is probably all I would need. Maybe not for input and output. Maybe for output if we do the sequencer with LEDs or something. It is 3.3 volts. Kind of forgot about that. So what's your deal though? So this one doesn't do it. This friend does not do the keyboard. I don't think. Okay, that's whatever. I don't. So wait, what happened to my? Oh, I need to like watch for my browser to vanish so I can know to restart it. How could, I thought I just saw something about this, like a way to, how to take a browser still open. Maybe that was the thing. Oh. So that just will relaunch it if it gets disconnected. Okay, well, now I know how, but I'm not too worried about that at this point. Okay, so here's what I've decided. I think we want to do some version of this, and we've got a WebSocket going, so we just need a way. Sorry, pardon the interruption. Okay, so, hi, it's me, Scott. Momentarily distracted, thinking about how to talk to this thing, and I think the answer is that we independently, node Arduino, so I haven't done much with that. I mean, really, it's serial. I mean, it even really kind of could be Fermata, probably. Is that a thing I could do? Do I want to do Fermata? Maybe I do. Definitely makes life easier. Definitely makes it easier to talk back. I haven't used Fermata in a while. This thing seemed supported 4 years ago. That doesn't sound good. But maybe just Fermata has doesn't change enough that it matters, but that seems not great. Where's the, like, don't they give like a score of how well maintained something is? I thought. Exact match. Yeah, these things. Q. What do these mean? Thanks for the... Okay, popularity, quality, maintenance. I mean, or I could just do my own serial nonsense, right? Here's a 9-month-old Fermata. Optimal. Quality. Popularity. So this one's a 9. 1920 weekly downloads, whereas our other friend had 53 weekly downloads. So 1920 sounds good. A little bit worrisome. Not been updated in a tick. 9 months isn't the longest time though. Maybe this is the way to go. Oh wait, that's not even what we're listening to. Like, why didn't the music change? Because it's this jerk. Okay, do I want to go down the rabbit hole of this Arduino stuff right now? I mean, I got Arduino just sitting right here looking at me, plugged into something. What was I even doing? Oh, that was capacitive touch. That was for that. Arduino! Yeah, I kind of forgot about this thing. Okay, well, it exists. Cute little capacitive touch guy. Okay, little Arduino. Huh. Do I want to deal with this? Odyssey sharp. It's interesting. Digital read. Kind of don't want that though. I kind of want to be able to just have like a generic digital read. I don't have to talk to an individual pen. And then it would just call one thing. That's a little annoying. Not my preference. Not my preference here. There doesn't seem to be just like a straight up button idea. Like you would have to sort of yourself watch for a digital value to go high and then low, which is kind of okay. Although I think I like that other one better, where it was like you could just have a generic digital read and not care about the pen. Because otherwise I have to like individually, I guess that's not the end of the world, but it's still a little annoying. I'd rather get one digital read. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I actually don't like this. I'd rather just have one event. Well, this makes me kind of want to do that other one instead. Although this is actually from the Fermata, like this is a Fermata repository, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what that is. It's on my TC device. Link. Yeah, this like goes through and individually subscribes, which I guess is okay. And it looks like you can no pin in here, so it's not the worst thing. It just feels a little weird. So you can kind of functionally do the same thing if you just loop through and subscribe to everything. It's pretty weird though. This is saying if. Why would you digital write it if you just got it? Why would you write the value back? What? What's B in this context? Oh, you're just writing that to pen 7? Okay. I don't really know what they're doing, but I guess I get the idea. So if we just made a little doodad, it'd be pretty easy to launch this thing, have it talk. That all seems good. Not that I really want to jump into that right this minute though. I do this, really? It's a good song. Start maximized, start full screen. So args, start full screen. So if I did that, would it be true? That is definitely full screen. What's a little weird is like my flex grid is not flexing. Like, oops. Stop it. Isn't that weird? Like when I'm in this test mode, it's not responsive. But when I'm not in test mode, it is responsive. Kind of weird. Okay, anyway, I think that's the path I want to go down. We'll try to just do Fermata, get some buttons in, feed the buttons to the thing over a socket.io connection. May or may not use Puppeteer. We may just like have Chrome talk to it and watch it independently. So this is kind of nice though, just to even if we don't do anything other than this, just to like maintain the state of the browser is kind of nice. So that's something to think about. Anyway, I think I'm done for today, at least for this morning. I gotta go walk around or something. Thanks for hanging out, as always. Push this button, and we'll talk very soon. How about that? Have a lovely day. I pushed the button to say stop stream, and now it's asking me. Yes, stop the stream. Wait, I forgot. I normally do this. Yeah, this.